Okay, so after the last video, I got some screws put together from my trusty screw uh, jar here. Oh, I forgot a couple. And yeah, you can see it's really dark in here. Um, and it's a little more sturdier now. I can actually fit these where I want, and then I'm gonna have to get some more brackets over here so I can have that less flimsy. Also, I demolished the old diorama here, and I cut this to my desired width. So I've got a little bit of play here, so I can have maybe a backdrop or something. But this allows me to reach across to my bookshelf easier. So that being said, I've did some rudimentary drawing here. So and I marked it. So you've got Main Street, which will run along the front edge here, and then go off at an angle. So it's a nice smooth transition. I've got the levee, the west levee here, and I've got the east levee here. So it's the east levee is wider than the west levee. So then this will be built up a little more better, and then I'll have an embankment kind of sweeping off there. So that means that the track here will rest a little higher. Now, the next thing I did was I marked out the yard approach. So the yard approach starts from this bridge here. So the railroad bridge starts here. I've got supports, basically taking these pieces and positioning them once everything's scenic. And then that one here and another one here. And then this will be the channel. So the channel will be a little wider, and I'll maybe cut to a depth right about here using my wire cutter, my foam wire knife. And then I'll do the same over here, but this is going to be smaller and not as wide. So the canal here will kind of come in and dead end right before the road, like it does in real life. And then maybe I'll add a ditch here, carve out a ditch so that the road is higher than the land here, and then there'll be another smaller ditch underneath the trestle. Now, I've also got the highway bridge marked out here. So when everything's said and done, it's all good to go. Then I can start working on my yard. But that's where everything stands right now. Basically, I just used this ruler is about as wide as the track, as you can see right there. See, maybe a couple millimeters shorter. But for now, it'll work just where I want it. And then, of course, the grade crossing is going to be in generally the same place as it was before. So there'll be an embankment here. It'll drop down to right here, and then come back up and go around like that. And then after that, I've got some cleanup on the track here. As you can see, the foam decided to be more glued. So I've got to work on cleaning that off. I've got my switches. I just need to order double crossover, and then I'll have an extra crossover for whatever purposes I want. So the idea is to have this working by the end of the year. And then, of course, I'm going to have to work on the helix. But as you can see, there's a lot to do. So this is the extra piece, and I may use this for some other purpose at some point down the road. But right now, this is just a nice piece of extruded foam board. Anyways, that's part 2 of this layout update. There's a lot of work to do, and just don't have a lot of time or money right now. So, without further ado, thank you for watching. Sorry about the last video. It had a had a little oopsie that I fixed. So, thank you for watching. This is the Yolo County Railroad, and I'm your host, Stephen Jellum.